China's growing influence over the Canadian media and politics. This is by the CFR. Okay. While becoming more autocratic at home during Xi Jinping rule, Beijing has become much more willing over the past decades to throw its weight around inside other states. It is increasingly trying, for the first time since Mao's days, to intervene in the domestic politics, media, information, environments, and societies of other countries. Beijing's campaigns today reflect a departure from the more limited defensive Chinese foreign policy of the late Cold War and early post-Cold War eras. China, in many ways, has supplanted Russia as the authoritarian foreign power most dedicated to meddling inside other countries. Beijing has multiple goals for this new global influence offensive, which began in the Asia-Pacific region but now has spread to rich liberal democracies in North America, Europe, and other parts of the world. It wants to use its influence efforts to get public's opinions, leaders in other states to have a warmer views of China's global leadership, which would smooth the way to China's exerting more powerful internationally. China could use this power to undermine democracies and to shape the world in its image, which is the global order, which is communism, social credit, connected. Heed to those words. To promote Beijing's idea of authoritarian capitalism and a kind of closed, heavily censored internet and media environment. Well, what are they doing? They want to censorship the internet, don't they? Trudeau, Biden, all those guys. Xi has explicitly encouraged Chinese policymakers to hold up China as a model for other states, telling delegates to the 2017-19 Congress of the Chinese Communist Party the China model for a better social government system offers a new option for other countries and nations. Beijing further wants to blunt the power of the United States and other liberal democracies like Canada to shape international affairs or even their own domestic politics, civil society, universities, and media as part of impacting its strategy to influence other countries' domestic politics. Beijing wants to control the information that both Chinese speakers and non-Chinese speakers in other countries receive about the Communist Party's actions. At home and abroad. Further, unlike previous Chinese governments, Xi's regime clearly wants to foster divisions among leading democracies and tarnish the image of democracy. The goal is clearly apparent in Canada. For more on China's actions, see the article National Post. Okay, all of these articles, China's influence on politics and public schools, they all prance around and they are all correct. You know, they interfere with policies, politics, domestic politics, civil society, universities, media, and schools. Okay. What every article leaves out is the LGBT movement, all of that, and immigration, all of that. These media outlets will never tell you, never connect the dots to China. China does that. China does it. Take a picture here. Here's Jinping. This is Mr. Hong, the Hong Lodge. All right, Xi answers to Hong. He answers to Hong. Justin, Hong can have Justin killed if he wanted to. That's how powerful he is. No RCMP officer is going to stop him. Alright? Nobody. He can kill Rothschilds if he wanted to. He is the head of the global order. Right? See how Justin is looking at him. Alright. Now, we're going to go for more dots here. Here we go. Here's a secretly photographed picture. These are Western agents to destroy the communists, alright? Like all the fucking laser, wildfires. Alright, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, they are all members of the Hong Lodge. Okay. Here he seems to have a little bit less hair. This is an older picture than the one in the CFR. Rothschilds and Rockefellers are all members of the Hong Lodge. They are Western agents to destroy North America. China will be taking over. All the wildfires, the economy, LGBT movements, for people, white, especially in our white countries, to stop having babies. The next generation will have less babies because why? Because they don't know their own sex. Alright, less heterosexuals means less babies. Understand this. Understand the art of war. You understand? Connect the dots here. Hang on, we're going to go to the Canadian public schools here now. Okay, connect these guys to the Canadian public schools. I have photograph of these posters. Their satanic oath is to destroy families. And what does this movement what has this movement done? Destroy families. Children pitted against their parents. Huh? BC Teachers Federation. Interesting wreath, isn't it? China's influence on the BC Teachers Federation. Yes, China's influence. Less people they make, the more we can control the country, take over. China wants to control. China wants Canada and all its resources. It wants to take over the world, the CCP. Okay? The satanic oath is to destroy families. And what else is a satanic oath? To destroy nations through mass immigration, erasing world's borders. Social justice, look at that. In the guise of social justice. China world domination. These people are idiots. Okay? Very satanic. I don't call it woke. Nobody should call it woke. It's not woke. It's not a woke movement. It's a satanic movement to destroy families and nations.